What is up, guys? It's your boy Mo. Now, today we're back on another video. Today we're watching a video called
Still have common
I forgot to skip the ad. We gotta wait.
But this
Nobody is joining this shit, bro. Go ahead.
A few weeks later, and you'll discover the
They want everybody to join this shit so bad, bro. Like, go ahead, bro.
Meet
I'm gonna keep it being.
She's a credit. She doesn't know that canceling older credit cards when they're paid up.
Never join the. Listen, never join the U.S. Army or any part of the military thinking you want to get like just for cheese. Don't do that. Cause the only thing you're gonna actually be able to afford, like it don't set you for life. It don't. But what you can do is, I feel like if you like this is what I heard people say. When you got a military, you will be able to get a fucking Hellcat, bro. Like that's how much money you're gonna have. So look, we're gonna see how much is a Hellcat, right? So you only getting 55,000. You risking your life for 55,000 or 100,000. It's not even nothing close to It's really not. I'm not gonna say. I mean, you could kind of live off that, but I feel like what would be way better is if you get like a 9 to 5 or some shit. Never risk your life for 55,000, y'all. Somebody actually told me like that's how much you're actually gonna make as soon as you're done that joint. You there for like 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean that's good money, but goddamn, like you can do other shit for that right there. Like I feel like if you join the trade, you can make that much in like probably less time. But I really don't think it's worth it because people in the military, they lose their wives, they lose like a whole bunch of shit back home, bro. It's really not worth it. That for 55,000. First of all, you're risking your life, right? And not only are you risking your life, gang, you have a wife back home that's probably cheating with you, right? And I'm telling you, y'all don't want to experience none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's like this, gang. Like, y'all, like, that gotta be one of the worst things in the world, finding that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, you can do everything but die. Imagine you doing that, and you, like, imagine you finding out and you in the military. You know what type of, like, toll that's gonna have on you? Like, you might actually go rancid out there, bro. Like, you might go crazy. New word just learned right there, though. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. But yeah, we about to get to this video, and I know y'all wonder what's going on with the hair. Listen, y'all, I got like a headband to tie my shit back, cause my shit be like all the way up here, and I gotta wash my face, everything. Understand when you growing your locks, bro, or you thinking about getting locks, or you like, first of all, locks gotta be the best thing you ever do to yourself. I'm not even gonna lie to you, cause at the end of the day, y'all, you gotta think about it like this. Us black people, we got 4C hair, bro. Like it shrinks up a lot. It's people, like even me, to where, like I usually used to have to get my hair blow dry every time I got it done because it used to shrink up so much. It's people that were like they have like massive shrinkage and all that other type of stuff. So yeah. That's why I decided to get my first set of locks in like 2024 or actually summer of 2023. I did that. And then 2024 I had locks and I was in my prime for that whole year. That was the best thing I ever did to myself. And then I eventually cut them because I felt like the parts was off, or it just I'm not I like some of my shit was like actually coming out like I would never look down upon anybody that cuts their locks because something started thinning. Mine did that shit. Like I was going through some crazy ass shit in 2024. Like y'all don't even know. Like it was like I was really losing hair, and it was like I tried to invest in like I didn't even know about little vitamins for that shit though. Like with some real shit, I didn't know about all that. But yeah, if you start your locks, invest in like a headband. Get a little headband from like TikTok shop. Like either the one that the basketball players be wearing, yeah, one of those, right? Because this is like one of the ones that you see LeBron and them having, but I'm using it to tie my hair back. And when my hair get longer, right, I'm gonna actually wear this when I hoop, so I look more sexier. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But yeah, we finna just get into this video. I gotta wash my face, everything. That's why I got this on. I ain't even gonna do that yet. I'm about to, cause I'm about to leave and go hoop. Wrong way. The door this way, yeah. But yeah, let's get to the video. I don't even know
Is
why I was
one of
talking
the
for that
most
long. I
used
just wasted
social
your time a
media
little
apps
bit.
in the world.
Sorry
But
for
there's a
the
much more obscure and strange
Might cut
side
it
to the
out.
platform hidden underneath the surface. So today, we'll be looking at some of the strangest mysteries to come out of TikTok.
Damn, what the fuck?
On January
It's not
11th of
working.
this year, a concerned woman posted a TikTok
It's not
about a doll
working.
named Valeria
I broke
that
my
her
shit.
younger sister had received as a gift. My sister received this doll
Yo, I
as a
actually might
Christmas
have broke my
present,
shit.
and it makes these strange sounds. Her name is
I dropped
Valeria,
it earlier.
and if anyone has her, please tell me if this is normal. The doll is battery-powered and can sing songs and say
What
some
the
pre-recorded
fuck?
phrases, and it even has the ability to respond to basic questions asked by the owner.
It's not working.
When playing around with the doll, everything seemed normal until the young girl discovered something disturbing. One of the doll's pre-recorded audio clips is much different than the others, and it's the main cause of concern for this TikToker and the millions of users that would come across her video. Here's the audio clip in question, but just a warning, it's pretty jarring and maybe distressing to listen to.
Picked a great name, but your voice doesn't quite match it?
We have a fix.
Shut up.
VoiceMod gives you over 150
The fuck is going on? Oh hell nah. Yeah, that's a creepy ass compilation. I'm not even gonna lie. Is somebody dying in there? Like what the f
As many viewers would point out, this very clearly doesn't feel like the artificial audio of a baby crying that you might expect to hear from a baby doll like this. There's something very real and unnerving about it. It sounds like a recording of a real baby wailing in agony and screaming for its mother, as well as a few moments where it sounds like a baby intensely coughing or vomiting. Among all of the other upbeat pre-recorded phrases, to say this disturbing piece of audio is out of place would be a massive understatement.
I'ma keep it
Thousands
mean.
of comments
The
were
only
made
thing I can explain that is if somebody got that from the dark web. Because you know it's a lot of sick ass shit on the dark web and a lot of people don't realize that. So
in the span of just a few weeks, with people
you know, they
trying
might
to
do
find
something like
any
that.
explanation
You find all types of shit on
what
there.
this bizarre audio clip was, as well as how it found its way to this seemingly innocent children's toy. So what's the story behind this video? Did the doll's microphone record something it shouldn't have? Is the whole thing a hoax, or is the origin much darker than we can imagine? When thinking about ways that I could locate the doll's origin, my first thought was to find the manufacturer or brand responsible for its creation.
I'm a
but
cause on
I
the
quickly
dark web.
found out that it was going to be a much more difficult task than I had
It
expected.
was on the dark web.
Just
I'm already
adding
knowing.
to the obscurity and creepiness of the video, there are only a handful of other mentions that I could find of the doll on the entire internet. One of which is a TikTok page operated by a Peruvian toy importer, and the other two are Facebook posts advertising its capabilities. Neither of these connections link to the manufacturer themselves, and are simply second-hand resellers. I don't have much of a means to have meaningful conversations with these sellers, as I don't speak their language well enough, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have the same amount of information about the doll's origins as we do. This seems like a bit of a dead end, but looking at the comments on the original TikTok post will immediately make some interesting discoveries. My daughter has one, and it makes that noise when you put it upside down like that. Hey, my sister also has this doll, and it's true, it makes some very strange sounds. In Peru, this doll is called Paulita. My niece was given one as a present, and it also makes the same sounds. If we're to believe these commenters and the many others that state that they have the same doll, it immediately rules out the possibility that the video is a hoax by the uploader and she was simply seeking online attention. Looking at some of the other comments, we'll notice a recurring pattern. There are countless comments stating that the origin of the doll's audio is from a gore video known online as Miss Pac-Man, with some of these comments even reaching as many as 28,000 likes. If you're not familiar,
Wait. I heard about that before. I don't even think I ever watched the video, but you know, some people tell you things and Yeah, I know what it is though. It's some I don't remember who told me about it. Somebody told me about it though.
I hope you're not. Miss Pac-Man is a horrific gore video showing the death of a Guatemalan woman. For whatever reason, hundreds of TikTok commenters have clung to the idea that the audio is sourced from the video. Despite the incessant comments definitively stating that Miss Pac-Man is the origin, I have no reason to believe that this is the case. I haven't watched the video in question for hopefully obvious reasons, but my understanding is that the audio features a woman who was a witness to the crime, screaming and crying, not the noises of a baby in distress. And as some other users have also pointed out, if the audio from the doll were to be sourced from this video, it would include a lot more ambient noise and talking from other bystanders. The audio played by the doll seems to be an isolated recording of a baby's cries and doesn't line up with the audio from the infamous video at all. The second and more popular theory is that the audio is sourced from CSEM or some other kind of abuse video. Similarly to the Miss Pac-Man rumor, there seems to be an endless volume of comments saying that the screams and cries are so disturbing that they could only be sourced from some of the most heinous and revolting content imaginable, with all of the most liked comments on the video saying as much. These are dolls for adults or abusers. This doll seems like it's made for abuse. This is not good. It's a doll that's directed at abusers. I'm worried that it might be audio from CP. These dolls are intended for an adult audience. That's why they make baby
why would it be
sounds, and there's no such doll named Valeria in any store. The theory that these dolls were handcrafted for some of society's most depraved individuals is echoed hundreds of times throughout the comment section. Coupled with how terrifying the doll's screams are, this explanation is definitely the most morbid, and taking into account this possible context, the video becomes nothing short of bone-chilling.
Move, bro. Should I take this down, bro?
But while it is a possibility, I don't believe that this is the most likely explanation, partly for the same reason I don't believe that a gore video is the source of the audio. I personally think that in cases like these, internet users have a bit of a tendency to latch on to the most disturbing explanations simply to feed their morbid curiosity, regardless of the explanation's validity or truth. And while this theory does remain a possibility, there's not much substantiated evidence to corroborate it apart from how simply disturbing the audio sounds. The third, and in my opinion most likely theory, is that the origin of the doll's disturbing audio is simply an oversight by the manufacturer. It's a likely explanation that the manufacturer of the doll simply used some kind of stock audio, and when coupled with the low-quality speaker that it comes with, the result ends up sounding really distorted and unnerving. In the search for the audio's origins, I do think this theory specifically gives us the best chance of locating where it came from. If the manufacturer sourced it from a public access audio library, it's very possible we could find it in the same way that they did. While this gives us a bit of a more comfortable explanation for what's going on, it's still undeniable how authentic and disturbing the baby's cries are, regardless of the audio's origins. Even though it might be professionally recorded audio, it's still very clearly a real baby in distress, screaming and crying, and the result is extremely uncanny. Whatever the case may be, the origin of the disturbing cries and the original manufacturer responsible for creating the doll both still remain a total mystery, and I don't have a solid explanation for either of them. If any of our Latin American viewers have something to add or can fill in some context that I may have missed, it would be greatly appreciated because I really do want to get to the bottom of this. I would say that I hope to one day find the origin of the audio, but depending on where it came from, maybe it's better it stays hidden. Let me know what you think in the comments. Beginning in August and continuing into the later half of 2025, a creepy pattern of videos started to emerge on TikTok. The videos featured recordings by users from Virginia that began noticing suspicious ice cream trucks bizarrely operating at late hours.
I watched this on before, bro.
The trucks were reportedly circling neighborhoods with their classic jingle between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m., even with the obvious complete absence of children and customers. Videos of these creepy ice cream trucks collectively garnered hundreds of millions of views, and of course, commenters went wild with speculation. This led to the idea that a mass abduction ring was luring and kidnapping children with fake ice cream trucks late at night, spreading rapidly throughout the platform. Users quickly attributed 88 children that Virginia State Police reported missing between August 3rd and August 9th to the ice cream truck sightings, and a popular copypasta spread throughout the comment sections of nearly every single post related to Virginia and the ice cream truck phenomenon. If you guys hear an ice cream truck any time past 6:30 to 7 p.m., usually dark, stay inside. It's a tactic to kidnap and harm younger kids. If anybody knocks on your door at night, even if it's 2 light knocks, have your mother or dad look through a peephole. If you're alone, quietly do it. If you do not recognize the person, make sure the door is locked and call the cops.
Oh, hell
the
no.
back door too. Never open a door for a stranger unless you're an adult with a weapon and it's daylight. And never, I mean ever, go to an ice cream truck late at night. God,
why the fuck would you do that?
Protect these children. Speculation and conspiracy theories continued to spread rapidly about who was behind the supposed kidnappings, with users saying that the traditional media was suppressing the stories of the missing kids and that the government was involved in some grand human trafficking scheme. For weeks, commenters and creators alike continued to push the narrative that 80 to 100 children had been kidnapped by a shadowy underground group.
No way you're that fucking dumb though. Like this is dead ass, bro.
What really happened with the Virginia?
Listen, an ice cream truck past 6 p.m. Are we serious right now?
Ice cream trucks.
Sometimes I gotta realize people's not as smart as me, man.
Well, as I'm sure some of you may have already guessed, there was no evidence of an actual mass kidnapping, and there were no meaningful connections between the missing.
So they just making shit up, I'm guessing.
In fact, most of them were runaways that eventually made their way back home. The truth is that 88 children really did go missing in Virginia between August 3rd and August 9th, but that number is actually even lower than the state average of 98 per week. And the idea that these children were all kidnapped by an evil ice cream truck patrolling the streets looking for kids to take is completely divorced from reality and total misinformation. The rumors spread so intensely on TikTok that Virginia State Police even made a statement debunking the claims, explaining to everyone that the number of missing children was not anomalous. What they did not explain, however, was the string of ice cream truck sightings. The only part of this mystery left unsolved is the bizarre uptick in sightings of ice cream trucks at ridiculous hours of the night, which I still find to be pretty bizarre and without explanation. But to that extent, a lot of these videos showing supposed sightings are very obviously fake and have no connection to the actual sightings that took place. One popular video that helped propagate the kidnapping rumors is literally just a van driving at night with creepy ice cream truck music superimposed over the recording. And that's kind of all there is to this one. The rumors about the kidnapped kids can kind of just be chalked up to mass hysteria. TikTok is a breeding ground for these kinds of misinformation events, as the demographic is mainly kids and teenagers, and the nature of short-form content not needing to have true information, let alone nuance or context. Even though the connection to missing kids is obviously just false rumors, I do still find myself a little creeped out by some of the videos associated with the whole event, because the concept is just so creepy.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for
During the tail end of 2025, a bizarre rabbit hole came across the For You page of some TikTok users. An incredibly strange account advertising skincare products using photos of Adam Sandler's daughter, Sunny Sandler, that have been mangled with artificial intelligence.
What?
For whatever reason, the person operating the account ran photos of Sunny Sandler.
Wait, you said what again?
For whatever reason, the person advertising skincare products using photos of Adam Sandler's daughter, Sunny Sandler, that have been mangled with artificial intelligence. For whatever reason, the person operating the account ran photos of Sunny Sandler through these unexplainably bizarre and horrifying AI alterations, and the end result is obviously extremely strange and disturbing. The posts are formatted as kind of a before and after, as if to say this is her before and after using our skincare products, but they never end up showing the after, so we're just left with these terrifying photos and no other
Oh, that is
context
creepy.
or
That's nightmare fuel.
explanation. If you click the link in the account's bio,
To
you'll
me,
find
that looked like that one thing I seen. Y'all remember when we used to watch? Listen, I don't know if y'all used to like go on the Discovery Channel when y'all was younger, or really like try to look up stuff on YouTube, right? But when I was younger, I used to search stuff like sinkholes, people that drowned in like the oceans and stuff like that. It was like a whole bunch of like discovery stuff. You know what I'm saying? I even used to watch compilations of like well preserved mummies and all that. And that looked like this one mummy that I seen from like an Inca tribe or something like that. And I guess they said she died from like poisoning or something like that. And she's been frozen for like hella years, bro. That's what that looked like. You know what I'm saying?
no other
So
context or explanation. If you click the link in the account's bio,
hey, listen,
you'll
and
find
you
that
know
the
you know what I'm talking about.
products
But
being
yeah.
advertised actually do exist on Amazon with real reviews, and the company behind the products also makes use of AI image generation on the Amazon store. What's odd though is that all of the marketing images on Amazon are flawlessly made, while the photos on TikTok all have this creepy AI image artifacting and distorted faces.
Yo, that ain't
So
far off,
what's
because
the
I got a real on TikTok. Niggas
point
actually
going
trying
on
to sell
here?
stuff.
One conclusion many internet
Like they will look. I remember the time they used to really like link you to other websites just to go get a certain product, bro. That's how I learned you can't do that shit, bro. Cause one time I got scammed like that. I like $26 back in high school. Swear to God, I was trying to get a Glow Gang hoodie, right? It was like one of the little beep looking joints. And at the time, I'm not even really knowing what a rep is. I'm just thinking this site got like good hoodies and all that, right? And basically, it linked me to another site. I went to the site. I put my credit card information in and picked the hoodie, and that shit never came. And then they shut the site down too. So I really was gonna take it to the grave because like that's my worst scamming story. And yeah, then one time I got scammed with $3. I got scammed. Um, I got scammed out of $3 on Instagram because this cuz was talking about some. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me back when I was in high school, like ninth grade. But I really thought you could actually flip your money. So, people was over here like promoting that shit and all that. So it's this one cuz, right? I'm saying you could probably flip my joint from $3 to 30. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck made me think he was going to actually do that shit. Like, but you grow and you learn, I guess. But basically, he did that shit. And let me find the messages, right? Because basically, what happened was, what the fuck? Okay, but basically, yeah, what happened was, I did that, right? And I remember, I don't know what the fuck made this cuz unblock me, but I went off on him. And what he did was, I guess he unblocked me for a little bit of something like that, and I started going off on him and all that. And then I told him, I don't know what the fuck made me do this, but I tried to act like I cursed this nigga or something. I'm about to show y'all this shit because I still have it in here. I know for a fact I do. The screenshot gotta be somewhere. I'm searching through the chat. My chat like maybe like 6 years long or something like that. But yeah, I think I have this shit in here. And basically, yeah, that's what happened. Which account is this on? Is this on this account? I was a dumbass back then though. Like I started sending her weird ass pictures and saying weird enchanted speaking in weird enchanted tongue language and all that. I was like typing it though. And then let me find it for y'all though. I don't want to make the video too long. But I was speaking like in weird enchanted languages and shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm just about to say fuck it, bro. This is this is taking too long. Yo, I don't even know if that's crazy, but I really got a message here from 107 weeks ago. And that's back in 2024. Ain't that crazy? That's how much weeks passed by? That's so crazy to me. It makes sense. No lie. It makes sense, but it's like, damn. Like, and then I recently read a joint that said 500 months is basically, you go back 500 months, that's like the 70s or something like that. So basically, we've really been alive for shorter than we think. Like, in our lifetime, bro, we'd have probably seen like maybe 200 months. 200, y'all. 200. Just think about that. Like, that's 500. The 70s is 500, right? But 200 is like, shit, you might as well go back to 2001. That's like probably 200 months ago. That's so crazy. We really grow that much in a matter of time, though. That just show you how short life really is, though. You know what I'm
That
saying?
users have jumped to is that this is simply the work of fully autonomous AI.
Right,
that
they
has
stay in
no
life,
frame
yo.
of reference for how disturbing and creepy their posts are. But I
But yeah, I
honestly
can't
don't
find that
buy
shit for y'all,
this.
so it's
While the
whatever.
images are clearly AI generated, the posts and their formatting do seem to be manually created and posted by a person. Or at the very least, someone is seeing the posts before they go up. If this is the case, how could they not have the foresight to see how terrifying these posts are? The only other possible explanation is that this company is doing some weird meta marketing campaign where they're creating intentionally disturbing posts to attract attention through pure absurdity. Either way, I don't have a great explanation for this one, but it seems to me like it's just a very out-of-touch Latin American company that's trying to utilize AI for its marketing, but they're horribly mismanaging it and producing this horrifying ad campaign. I'm still very curious why nobody that's a part of this shitty hair and skincare company is
I
realizing
thought
how
these niggas
weird
made a
and
video out of it.
creepy
That's
these posts
crazy.
are, and I wonder if they'll ever stop using these horribly unnerving AI photos. They're still keeping it up though, with posts as recently as 5 hours ago, and no signs of
Yo,
stopping
we don't care. Why y'all concerned about shit like this? Just block their ass. What the fuck?
anytime soon.
It's
This
social
one
media,
is still a
bro.
mystery to me.
You
If
know they
any-
got bots on there and all that. Why y'all keep
If
entertaining
you
this
guys have a
shit?
better explanation in the comments, please let
Y'all
me
don't
know.
have a life. I think that's what the problem is.
And that's gonna be it for today's video.
Oh,
If
we
you enjoyed
we
the
know, we know. I ain't gonna lie, that's the end of the video. I got a lot of shit I need to be doing before I leave out, so that's that. I just want to say, make sure y'all stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to say, let me know if y'all want some story times. I'm thinking about doing those. Or some life lessons, something like that. I mean, that's part of a story time, you know. You don't want to tell somebody a life lesson and you don't even have no story time to go with it. But yeah, let me know if y'all want that. I will definitely upload that. I have a lot of fucking stories. Yeah, like if y'all really want those type of videos, bro, I'll put them joints up. No bullshit. And yeah, just let me know what other type of content y'all want. You know what I'm saying? I gotta really expand the channel more. We about to get to 100 subs. You know what I'm saying? I mean that's a start. You know what I'm saying? But we got a long way to go, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. We got a very long way to go. It be exhausted sometimes, but you know this shit gonna pay off. But regardless though, we out. We bipping. Love y'all, man.